to Pica Poco Kitchen. Today we're making hot dog tortas. Vámonos! According to the Hot Dog and Sausage Council, there are 150 million sausages consumed in the US only on the 4th of July. That's wild, right? I myself am a dog lover. I have 3 stubborn little buggers. But talking about food, I am also a lover of sausages. Talking about food. And I thought, what better way to celebrate the 4th of July, since it is 4th of July, if not by making the perfect merge between Mexican and hot dogs, which is torta de salchicha, or hot dog torta. With nothing else to say, let's get to it. The most important part of the torta is the bread, and for that I'm making half a batch of my bolillos and Teleras recipe. I'm gonna start by making a pre-ferment with 2 tablespoons of the total amount of flour, some of the tepid water, 5 grams of yeast, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix that well and let it sit for around 15 minutes or until you see a lot of bubbles. To the rest of my 250 grams of flour, I'm gonna add 4 grams of salt, the pre-ferment that I just made, and 1 tablespoon of neutral oil. I'm gonna mix that until it's mostly combined, and then I'm gonna add the rest of my 170 ml of tepid water. Once I get a shaggy dough, I'm gonna move my dough to my table. I'm gonna start kneading it. Work it out for 15 minutes or 20 until you achieve a smooth and elastic dough. Once you have that, cover it in a little bit of oil, put it in a bowl, and let it rest for 45 minutes to an hour. Now that your dough is double in size, punch the air out of it, bring it to your table, and it's time to divide, bowl, and shape. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna divide my dough into 4 pieces, and I'm gonna make 4 round little balls. Once I have my balls ready, I always have my balls ready, I'm gonna shape them into little ovals by stretching the dough and flattening with my fingers. Then, with the help of a chopstick, I'm gonna do 2 indents to create the 3 classic little bumps of the telera. Now I'm gonna place them in my baking tray, cover them up, and let them double in size. Now I'm gonna bake them at a 425 Fahrenheit for 10 minutes and then reduce the temperature to 390 and finish them for 15 minutes more. My teleras have cooled down and they're ready to become tortas. I have them split in half and my grill is ready. For tortas, traditionally you would use either mayo or cream, Mexican cream. If you decide to use cream, then I recommend using butter for this part and add the cream later. But I am team mayo all the way, so I'm gonna use that. Put some mayo on your buns and place them on your hot grill. This is gonna give them a nice, toasty, and delicious flavor. Now let's talk about the dogs. For this occasion, I chose these cheddar and jalapeño dogs because they were cheaper and I thought it would be fun. And they did not disappoint. In the same grill with some oil, I'm gonna grill these babies. I cut them all in half. That is optional, but it makes a more comfortable bite. With the dogs ready, it's time to talk about the cheese. I'm gonna use mozzarella, but the better option would be quesillo, of course. I'm gonna melt it down into a delicious cheese blanket where I'm gonna lay to sleep 4 of these wonderful pieces of sausage. Let's bring those sleeping dogs into the bread mattress and let them dream of the perfect torta that we're about to assemble. And of course, since we're talking about American dogs, we need to add some mustard. For the spicy part, I like my tortas with chipotle, but of course you can use jalapeños instead. On the greenery side, I like to go for red onion, lettuce, tomato, and loads of avocado. And there you go. But of course, to all my lovely picky eaters, leave out whatever is that you don't like. And using some parchment or butcher paper, I recommend wrapping your tortas deli style, not just to make them look prettier, but also helps the ingredients to remain in where they belong. Cut your torta in half and you're ready to go. So here you have them, my friends, and I know that very likely you're gonna have leftover sausages from your Independence Day celebration, and this will be the perfect excuse to make a hot dog torta. It gives you an introduction of the wonderful torta world, but with something familiar. It is one of the most wonderful sandwiches you will ever have, according to me. Let's give it a go. Spectacular. And maybe you still have time and you want to surprise your guests with these tortas. If not, save it for next year. Whatever you do, I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July, celebrating safely. And if you like this recipe just like this video, please share it with your friends. Like, subscribe, and be notified. And for more, follow me on the socials. Happy 4th of July, amigas!